and welcome back to my channel. I'm here today bringing you another video. Today we're going to be using the Amrezy palette. This will be my first time using it on camera, so if you'd like to see the look I create, stay tuned. We're just starting off with some skin prep, wiping our face down with some micellar water, then we're going to do some moisturization and start to prime. We're going to be using two primers today. In the center of my face, I'm going to be using the NYX Pore Filler. And then on the outskirts of my face, I'm going to be using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Primer Base. We're first going to start off with this domed fluffy brush, and we're going to be using New Yorker from the palette. It's a lighter brown color with a little bit of an orange base. And then I'm going to mix New Yorker with OG and use that as our transition color for our eyes today. Next, I'm going in with 1988, and I'm going to pack that into my crease, trying to create a gradient effect here. So I'm going to be packing that into the crease, and then I'm going to follow with sweeping motions, which is the same thing I also did for the transition color. As you can see, I'm just going to continue to do this, just keep dabbing into the palette and packing on the color until I find the depth that I am comfortable with. Next, I'm going right over that with Yugo, and I'm going to pretty much do the same thing. The placement's going to be a slight bit lower, but the technique is all the same. Next, I'm just going back in with the brush I used to add the transition color, and I'm just blending out the edges of that crease color, not adding any more product. So on my lid, I'm going to start off with Gorgina, and I'm going to just pat that all over the center of my lid and then open my eye to see where my eyelids meet because my eyelids are hooded, and then I'm going to take that marker and bring it all the way up. With that same brush, I'm just going to flip it over to the other side and start packing on the color Dragon into my inner corner and having it mesh and blend with Gorgina. Taking that same brush again, and on the outer corners of my eye, I'm going to go in with Gemini, and I'm just going to, it's a little bit of a chunkier glitter, so I'm just going to kind of sparsely pack it all over the edges of the eye and kind of blend it outward so that it meets Gorgina, but it doesn't overpower because of the difference in textures. Now we're gonna move on to foundation, and I'm actually mixing two together. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless foundation in the color 375 Java, and I'm mixing that with the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable foundation in the color Deep Cool C9. Next, I'm going to be taking the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Compact Skin Transforming Full Coverage Solid Super Serum foundation in the color Deep. And I don't put a lot of my regular foundation under my eyes. Instead, I'll use this to kind of add a base for the brightening when I add my highlight. Concealer today, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the satin finish, and I'm going to be using the color Deep Chestnut. And for bronzer, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match in the color Espresso C10. To set my face, I'm going to be using the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder in the color Golden Bronze. Trust the process. I'm going to be using the Airspun Loose Face Powder and Translucent Extra Coverage to set my face. And then I'm going to take my face brush and blend it out using the MAC Studio Fix Powder in the color NW55. Misting my face with a face mist just to set everything in, and I'm going to go back in with the Studio Fix powder. In my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Cover FX Perfect Press Powder in the shade Medium. Contour today, I'm using the Maybelline New York Single Shadow in the shade Made for Mocha. For blush today, I'm actually going to be using another shade from the Amrezy palette, and it's the color Semsa. I'm just going to take a little bit and build it up and just keep adding it on until I get the desired color. For highlight today, I'm using another Anastasia Beverly Hills collab, and it's the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, and I'm going to be using the shades Daydream and Glow Getter. Now to the meat and potatoes of the video, I'm gonna get you guys a little insight into my faux mole process. I'm just going in with a liquid liner. This is a random one from e.l.f. You can use anything that you like. I would assume that you use anything that's not too shiny because you're gonna end up mattifying it down anyway later, but whatever works for you. Next, I'm gonna go in with my face brush and just mattify those dots down. Sometimes if I feel like it's not getting enough coverage and it's not matte enough with nothing on the brush or no added product on the brush, I'll go back in with my face powder, which is the MAC Studio Fix powder, or sometimes I'll even go with something a little stronger like a setting powder, so back in with the Airspun to try to get it to look like it's under my makeup as a natural mold would be. Next, I'm just going in with a BK from the palette to smoke out my lower lash line. It's a nice matte black. Next, I'm going to take Anastasia from the palette and use that as my inner corner highlight. Sorry y'all, I didn't realize I was out of focus for this part, but we're just kind of roll with it. It's just the lip part that's a little out of focus, but I'm lining my lips with the NYX lip liner in the color Blackberry. I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the Les Chocolat collection, and I'm using the shade 70% Yum. For the center of my lips, I'm going to be going in with the MAC lipstick in Panorama. I think they discontinued this color, but any frosted lipstick will do. And to top everything off, I'm going to be using the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Praline. Now I'm using these Makeup Geek eyelashes in the style Graceful, and then I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl Lash Blast Active and then the Maybelline New York Great Lash Big Lash Mascara. Last but not least, I'm going to set my face with the Bosho White Charcoal Mattifying Makeup Setting Spray, and then I'm going to go in with my damp sponge and press it into my skin to ensure that my makeup lasts all day. And that's it, you guys. This is just me adding some highlight from the Col Guerrero palette to my chest and my clavicle and all that, just to be extra. Nothing special going on here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.